Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizer Zionist prince coming to you live from the United States of America. We're taking a look at a clip from Hillary Clinton. My name is Tall, the Traveling Clap. Let's get into it.
First of all, I have had many conversations, as you have had, with a lot of young people over the last many months now. And you're right. They don't know very much at all about the history of the Middle East or
they didn't know how to Pokemon Go to the polls. Pokemon Go to the polls.
frankly, about history in many areas of the world, including in our own country. But with respect to the Middle East, they don't know that under the bringing together of the Israelis and the Palestinians by my husband, the then Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, the then head of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, then the Palestinian Authority, Yasser Arafat. An offer was made to the Palestinians for a state on 96% of the existing territory occupied by the Palestinians, with 4% of Israel to be given to reach 100% of the amount of territory that was hoped for. And this offer was made, and if Yasser Arafat had accepted it, there would have been a Palestinian state now for about 24 years. It's one of the great tragedies of history that he was unable to say yes. My husband has a book coming out later this year, Joe, in which he talks about how Arafat kept saying he intended to agree, he wanted to agree, but he was, as you rightly point out, pretty sure he'd be killed because, Sadat was killed by extremists when he made peace with Israel. Our dear, dear friend, Yitzhak Rabin, was killed by a radical Israeli when he was pursuing the two-state solution. So this is a very important piece of history to understand if you're going to take any kind of position with respect to what's going on right now. And there's much more.
All right, Hillary. All right, Hillary. All right, Hill. All right, Hilly Billy. What can we say? What can we say? Palestinians have fucked up their own destiny 1.5 times. Yes, the story of Yitzhak Rabin's assassination is horrific, but it's not representative, unfortunately. Or fortunately, it's not representative of Israeli society as a whole. But also, from another perspective, God bless that we never reached a two-state solution, because at the end of the day, now in 2025, we can sit here with Hamas at the helm and most Palestinians supporting this terrorist organization. We can acknowledge full and outright that there is no way we could have a two-state solution. There should be no two-state solution. It should be one state called Israel and nothing else. And Palestinians have the right to exist. They have the right to a good quality of life, and we want to try to give them to that under the framework of Israel. We cannot have a two-state solution. There can be no Palestine. There's no moral or ethical justification to creating a 50-something Arabs or Muslim state and a 20-something Arab state. No justification, no morality behind it. I implore you to make the case in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. I love you guys a long time. Goodbye, clats. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.